Sometimes when you get desperate, you just pull the spin bike into the hallway so you can keep an eye on the little one and still get your workout in. I'm leaving the headphones on just because they make me look more awesome and they probably make me talk louder so I can hear over my headphones. But I just wanted to check in and say hello and let you know that I'm going to be taking you along to see what I'm going to eat for today and tomorrow. Good morning! It is breakfast time and my breakfast is so boring, so I'm just going to show it to you right here. This is my bulletproof hot cocoa, 11 points. It's cocoa, tablespoon of coconut oil for 7 Smartpoints, a half a tablespoon of butter, Kerrygold, for 3 points, and then a half a tablespoon of cream for 1 point, and that's it. It is lunchtime and I am having 2 rice cakes that are plain. They're 1 Smartpoint each, and then I measured out 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, so 1 tablespoon on each one, so that's 2 points for the rice cakes, 6 points for the peanut butter, and then 1 point for the teaspoon of jam. It's homemade. It's mostly fruit. I know what's in it because I made it myself, so I'm going to count it as 1 point. And then this is just some sour cream with some ranch mixed into it, and this is 2 tablespoons of that, so that's only 2 points for my dip. Then a whole pile of vegetables. Some of them are looking a little bit sad, so they definitely need to get eaten today because they look a little dehydrated. And then my big thing of water. I actually had eggs on my menu, but my little boy and I got home. We were in a super big hurry and I was making him a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and it just looked so good. So I was feeling like a little bit of comfort food, so instead of going to the work to make my egg thing, I just decided to give this a try, and it looks good. Where are you going? I decided to get out for a little walk at a little park that's in our neighborhood, and it felt so good. So we got out and we played just a little bit. Simon had fun on the toys. We had fun playing with the dogs, and now we're going to go home and get ready for our dinner. So we've got 2 activities in for today, and it felt good. I got a phone call that took longer than I was planning, so I actually was eating my dinner while I was on the phone. Nothing major, just a conversation that took longer than I thought. So by the time I was done, dinner was over. So I'm just going to tell you what I ate. It was just Simon and I. And so I had 2 eggs, so that's 4 Smartpoints. And then I had hash browns, which was 4 Smartpoints. And I cooked the hash browns in a tablespoon of oil. So that's another 4 Smartpoints. And then I was enjoying some, like a sour cream dip that I make with my cucumbers. And I put some on my hash browns, and then I had a bunch of asparagus. So with the sour cream, I'm pretty sure I had more than 2 tablespoons because I have it in a bigger container that's measured, and I had gone a little bit past the 2 tablespoon mark. So I counted it as 5, and that was not built into my food plan. So I was over. I ended the day at 37 Smartpoints, and I just noticed yesterday that my new allowance for the day is only 32. And I've been making all my meal plans based around 33. So I was 4 over mentally when I had, you know, when I was thinking 33, and then I looked again, I was like, oh yeah, crap, I only get 32. So I know I don't exchange exercise for food anymore, but I was glad that I got in a little bit extra activity for today, and I feel pretty good. I skipped my snack, and I didn't have any fruit because I had a little bit of jam at lunch, so that's sugary, and then I had 2 servings of carbs. I had my rice cakes at lunch, and then I had my hash brown potatoes at dinner. So I didn't have any fruit, and I won't be having my dessert of fruit at the end of the night, but that's okay because I feel really satisfied and full. So I'll see you tomorrow. What's up? I'm just finishing up my workout. We have cute little Simon being so good so I could do my workout, and I'm actually going to take these off. So how are you doing? Today is the second day that I'll be letting you follow me around. Actually, I'm a little sore because yesterday was the first day on the bike, so I'm just going to hold still. I already have one of Simon's baby blankets on the seat because I'm sore. It hurts the first, week or so that you're getting back into biking, but just want to check in. This is what I have done for 2 mornings in a row, and it's been working well. It's actually been a lot easier just to jump on the bike instead of go to the mall, and Simon seems happy, and that was half the reason I would go to the mall anyway. So anyway, I've got my dinner that I'm going to go prep. I got a really yummy looking pork from Trader Joe's, so we'll have that at dinner, and I still have leftover sweet potatoes, and I have asparagus, so that's going to be for dinner. And I'm trying to think of what else. Oh, so I weigh in on Friday of this week, and you know how when you're going through your womanly cycle, I don't know if you weigh at home, but I weigh at home, and I see the scale jump up every single month. And usually I panic and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gaining weight, and I bump up my efforts, or a lot of times that week before my period or whatever, I feel like I'm so ravenous that I have just a hard time controlling my appetite, and I have felt pretty hungry for the last 2 weeks or so, and the scale has been up a couple pounds, and I'm just holding steady and I'm not freaking out. I know that what I'm doing is the right thing for my body, and anyway, so I am kind of already anticipating a gain, but I'm just drinking my water and just trying to eat clean. And the last few months, when I've had that week where I just feel like I could just go, if I was like a hunter-gatherer, I would try to go and slay a mammoth and then eat the whole thing by myself and not share with my family in the village. It's like, I want the whole mammoth. Yeah, that's how I feel. And I felt that way kind of on Sunday for some reason. And anyway, in months past, usually I would eat something kind of sugary, that comfort food. And this time I said, you know what, the last couple times that I did that, it just took me 2 or 3 weeks to get over that sugar craving, and I do not have 2 or 3 weeks to lose and just trying to get my head back in the game. And so I ate a ton of nuts. I took pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds, and then I had a trail mix that had a bunch of nuts, and I had some cashews, and then I put a little bit of dark chocolate chips, and I have a container that I have for trail mix, but it's honestly so high in Smartpoints that I don't hardly ever eat it because I'm already getting enough fat with my oils. But anyway, that's what I decided to snack on, and I had a bunch of work that I had to do, and I was in front of the computer for a few hours late into the night, and I just did not allow myself to go for the sugar things because I knew from experience that once I ate enough nuts, I would have a stopping point where it's like, I cannot eat anymore. And I don't get that when I do carbs or sugar. It's like I can be like a freaking bloated beached whale, and I'm like, I'm just gonna have one more. But I was kind of happy. Now I know that nuts are, probably contributing to a little bit of maybe that. I hope you come for lunch. Okay, so this is lunch today. It's 2 eggs. We are having a toy struggle. So I will make this quick. It's 2 eggs, so 4 Smartpoints, and then I cooked in some sun-dried tomatoes and 1 ounce of goat cheese for 3 Smartpoints, and then I sauteed some kale and garlic, and I'm going to eat this, even though what I really wanted to do was stop at McDonald's and get a large French fry, but that would not help me with my goals. So I decided to eat what was on my menu. So during Simon's nap, he was napping so long, and I got hungry and it was time for my snack, and you know I was not about to wake that child up by even talking. So this is after his nap time, and for my snack I had 1 rice cake, which is 1 Smartpoint, and then I was just feeling super hungry, so I loaded it up with 2 tablespoons of creamy peanut butter. I decided to do that instead of my yogurt, which I usually have, because it tasted so good yesterday. So I had that for my snack, so that's a total of 7 Smartpoints, and now I have 7 Smartpoints left for dinner. So let me show you what I'm cooking for dinner. Okay, so I got some zucchini at Trader Joe's this week, and I added 1 tablespoon of Kerrygold to the pan, salted Kerrygold butter, and then I put some onions and garlic and sauteed those for a little bit, and now I have zucchini cooking, and then I'm going to top it with some sun-dried tomatoes and Parmesan cheese, and that will be delicious. I wish I had mushrooms. Mushrooms would be so good. And then for, oh, you probably can't even see this. Nope, can't even see that. But basically, I have a crock pot of pork, and I'll show you when it's on my plate. Okay, so for dinner, hopefully you can see this. It's just Simon and I tonight for the 3rd night in a row. My husband's working like crazy this week, so I'm having 3 ounces of a pork sirloin roast for 3 Smartpoints, and then I'm having just a 1/4 cup of sweet potatoes, just baked, plain, with a little bit of cinnamon, and that is 2 Smartpoints. So far that's 5 Smartpoints, and I had 7 left, and I calculated this recipe, divided it into 4, and so it is 2 Smartpoints per serving. Feeling a little bit low on the veggies, so if I'm still hungry, I'll just snack on some raw vegetables, but so far this is looking pretty good.